Besides language reforms that were carried out by the rulers of the Yi Dynasty in the 15th century, there were also other kind of cultural changes that occurred at the grassroots level of a Korean society. Together, these changes consolidated the ethnic and cultural identity of Korea as a state, people, and a civilization. For example, during the latter half of the Yi Dynasty, many popular forms of entertainment emerged and were popularized by the grassroots artists and performers. In the 18th century, for example, there had emerged this particular form of entertainment or storytelling in Korean society called passery. It was a drama performance that only involved oftentimes an actor and then a musician, and it was entertainment form through which a story about people, aristocracy, Korean state, war of conquest, and heroes were told, and the story or the performance was often a time long, and it continued on several days on end, and the audience were mainly the common people from the countryside who went to the marketplaces on a regular basis to do the grocery shopping, as well as to be entertained by passery performers and musicians, as we can see from this picture. It is the rise of a popular culture like this, just like the rise of a popular literature in China, represented, for example, by the Romance of the Three Kingdoms, that enhanced the Korean cultural identity, that separated Korean culture from Japanese culture and the Chinese culture. All three cultures shared something in common, such as Confucianism or New Confucianism, but they were also quite different and distinctive because of those unique cultural elements in this particular case, as represented by passery and the other kind of popular forms of performance and entertainment. When we talk about the popular culture and its role in the consolidation of national and cultural identity of a people, nation, and civilization, we shouldn't forget something that has been widely studied by the social historians, the food. It was during the Yi Dynasty that Korean cuisine or the Korean food style had become quite recognizable in East Asia, and that particular cuisine is based on the native cooking ingredients as well as ingredients introduced to East Asia and to Korea from outside East Asia as a result of expanding global trading network in modern era, as well as the so-called Columbia Exchange. Some of us are quite familiar with a unique Korean food that is oftentimes consisted of vegetables or pickled vegetables called kimchi, and tofu, the bean curd, and rice. Korea is another society in East Asia whose economy prior to a modern era was based on the cultivation of rice. In this period of time, Korean food and Korean cooking style also came to embrace and use the elements or ingredients introduced to Korea through the global exchange and the global connections. Although a Korean society was one of the most isolated societies in East Asia, things from the outside world found their way into this East Asian society as well. the East Asian society that would be called in the West as the hermit estate in the 19th century. As we can see from this picture, the Korean cooking was heavily relying on one particular ingredient that was brought to Korea during the Columbia Exchange, the chili pepper, which was introduced to East Asia from the New World, from Americas, the ingredient that is indispensable for the making of a Korean pickle, kimchi. So it is these elements in the popular culture, food, social structure, social relationship, women's position in Korean society, and popular performance that was staged by the artist in the marketplaces that contributed to the consolidation of a unique Korean identity during the Yi Dynasty or Choson Dynasty.